I haven't done a perfume obsession video in a while, and I have a few that I am just loving right now. So I wanted to share those with you. But before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. I would love for you to be part of the weird and wonderful family. My name is Maria, and you need to belong to this community. Anyway, let's get into this. So these are fragrances that I find myself, I just keep reaching for. I am loving them. They either give me a certain mood or I just, for whatever reason, am into that scent profile right now. Some of them are cozy, some of them are more feminine. The first one I want to start with is Intense Cafe by Montal. Now, this is a fragrance that I didn't wear much. I didn't wear it very much for the past couple of years, and I just think it's so gorgeous. It's one of those fragrances where it's got a little bit of tartness, a little bit of rose, a little bit of kind of a creamy coffee vibe, but just really kind of a sweet, jammy rose is mainly what you're getting, but it's like a dessert rose. So I find that this one is just somehow so cozy. These little 50 mils are the most bizarre thing because they look so tiny. So I'm not a real fan of the bottles because they look so minuscule, although I do kind of like this. It reminds me of like a party. But anyway, I'm going to read you some of the notes. This has floral notes, rose, coffee, white musk, vanilla, and amber. I would suggest that it has some sugar in it, like it's a very sugary rose. The coffee adds depth rather than a coffee vibe, and it just smells so warm and inviting, but kind of a little bit sexy and mysterious. So especially like on a cold, damp day, this is a fragrance I just really enjoy wearing. It's like, when I smell this smell, I think of being in a funky kind of old world vibe coffee shop where there's books all over the walls and you can grab a book if you want and read, and it's drizzling outside. There's dark wood paneling in this coffee shop. There's kind of brass chandeliers. It's a little bit of old and glam all mixed together. I'm wearing a really beautiful sweater with a gorgeous scarf, and I'm sipping on a latte, and there's a rose at the table reading some sort of awesome, intriguing adventure. This would be the fragrance that I would want to wear. It's a great fragrance for fall and winter. So I can't get enough of this right now. I'm so glad that I pulled it out. I think that that's the reminder as well. We can get so focused on the new fragrances that we forget some of these amazing fragrances that are in our collection. So I've been kind of trying to reach for fragrances that I haven't reached for a while, and I am loving discovering my fragrances all over again. So Intense Cafe by Montal, beautiful. It's not for everybody though, definitely. I've mentioned this fragrance so often, I think you guys would be shocked if it wasn't in my current obsessions, and I could have chosen so many that are in this category, but I talk about them so often. So it's Feora by Paris Corner. This has fast become my easy reach, the fragrance that I grab for the most. This is powdery, it's sweet, it's a little bit musky feeling. There's passion fruit in this and a little bit of rose. I don't get necessarily passion fruit, just kind of a little bit of a tart-ish type fruit. It has lily of the valley, violet, orris, and jasmine. I get the violet and the orris, maybe a bit of that lily of the valley because it's kind of a sweet powdery floral. Then vanilla, sandalwood, musk, and cedar. I definitely get that musky vibe. This is femininity in a bottle. I absolutely love it. Lasts a decent amount of time on the skin, like a good 6 hours at least. And to me, this is a great signature scent. It is similar to Dama Bianca, but like it's got the same vibes, but this one has a little bit more sweetness than Dama Bianca. So I think that this one might be a little bit easier to wear for some. If you find that Dama Bianca is just more powder and not enough sweet, the passion fruit gives us a little bit of a sweeter vibe than the kumquat is what I find. But it is such a gorgeous fragrance, and I literally cannot get enough of this DNA right now. Next fragrance that I literally cannot stop wearing, like I love it so much, And although it's niche, it's actually a fairly affordable niche, is NATO's Blonde Redhead. So I think this is like 89 euros, which to me is a fairly reasonable price for such a gorgeous fragrance. I'm going to read you the notes for this one. I always say it smells like a strawberry pie somehow, although it has no strawberry. I'm going to read you the notes. Saffron, orange, lime in the opening. In the heart is dates, fig nectar, freesia, and rose. The base is vanilla, white tobacco, chocolate, myrrh, and driftwood. So this is definitely, again, a little bit of a powdery vibe on this one. It's sweet. I feel like it smells a little bit strawberry, but also with some spice in there somehow. It's not in the notes at all, but that's kind of the vibe I get. Like I think of a cooked or a dried strawberry, not a candy-esque strawberry at all. I don't know why, but I get that vibe. It could be from the bottle, like I've said before. But what I find is this one, as it dries down on the skin, it just gets kind of sweeter and sweeter, more mellow, kind of smooth. It's kind of like a floral gourmand with quite a lot of powder in it. I don't quite understand the magic in this, but I do know that I love wearing it. I really enjoy it, love the vibe that it gives. So yeah, Strawberry Redhead, can't get enough of it. Another one that I have been reaching for a ton currently is Commodities Milk. This is the expressive version, so it's not quite as woody as Milk Bold, and I am loving this fragrance. So don't let the name fool you. Like, although this is called Milk, and there is a milky vibe in here, like I smell it and it just makes me happy. Even though it's got a little bit of a milky vibe, it's more woody than anything. So this has milk in the top. In the heart, it has marshmallow and musk. And then the base is mahogany and tonka bean. So it's kind of a very creamy, woody, slightly fluffy fragrance. It's slightly lactonic and powdery, but definitely the woody component, I would say, is the star of this fragrance. But all the milk and marshmallow and musk and tonka, all that does is kind of create this soft edge around the woodiness, which makes it very sensual, quite luxe smelling, and very, very cozy. So I just think that this is an amazing fragrance, and this is a great base layering fragrance. So if you want to add some sort of depth to any fragrance in your collection that is a little bit sweeter, this would be a great layering fragrance for that. So mixing the two, I've mixed this with some sweeter stuff, and I just find it just takes it to another level. So where the sweet can get a little too saccharine feeling and almost juvenile, you throw something like Milk on with it, and it just creates this this depth and this sensuality that takes the fragrance to another level. The other thing that's great is just pairing this with any of your favorite vanillas. This is going to, again, elevate it, give it a little bit more mystery. So love this fragrance on its own, love pairing it with things. And one of the things I do love pairing it with, which is a fragrance, again, that you could layer with a ton of stuff, is S'mores by Hez Parfums. This is such a great fragrance for the fall. It does smell like s'mores, so you get like the marshmallow, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of a graham wafer cracker type vibe in this. It's so cozy and delicious. And as it dries down, to me, the vanilla is the thing that comes out the most. It smells a little bit Bianco Latte esque, but like with a little bit of chocolate and something in it as well. So I really enjoy wearing this on its own. It's super comforting and cozy and warm and sweet. So like if I'm at home, this is something I'd reach for. The cool thing about the enhancers by Hez Parfums is that they are fairly affordable. So this is $65 for 50 mils. I think that they're out of stock right now, but keep your eye on them. I love these enhancers. I can't wait to try more. But this s'mores one, it smells so delicious. Like it smells like a s'mores. But the beauty is that it doesn't smell artificial. So the chocolate doesn't smell too like synthetic no syntheticness in this at all. It literally smells like a s'more. And so I had put on Blonde Redhead this morning. And so just throwing this on, as soon as you spray it, you get quite a lot of that chocolate that comes through at first, along with the graham wafer and the marshmallow. As it dries down, that dissipates and you're left with more of that sweet kind of marshmallowy vanilla vibe, along with that graham wafer more so. So that pairs so good with any sort of like a strawberry fragrance, or if you want to throw this on with a vanilla or something woody, something like this. Oh my goodness, the combination is so freaking delicious. So you want to amp it up, put these two together, but honestly, this is great on its own. If you want to smell like a big tasty treat, this would be the fragrance to go for. And again, like, be patient if these are out of stock. With smaller independent fragrance businesses, it sometimes takes a while for things to get restocked if there ends up being quite a demand for it. So anyway, s'mores, absolutely delicious. Now, the last fragrance that I'm actually obsessed with, I'm kind of shocked because when I first got it, I really liked it, but I didn't think that I would fall as hard in love with it as I have, and that is Empire Victor by Cad Lage. So this is definitely a lemon vanilla, but I find that this, just as it sits on my skin, it gets so delicious smelling, and it doesn't project majorly, but it leaves such a delicious smell on my skin that basically I want to smell like this all the time. Like I love it. And this is another fragrance I love. Like, all of these, or quite a few of these, are kind of obsessions, but I find that what I'm doing is I'm layering them with a lot of stuff. So this fragrance, again, layers beautifully with rose fragrances. Just adds some sweetness. So if you want to take, let's say, a rose, like a just kind of a traditional rose fragrance, and you want to kind of make it a little bit more warm and sweet for fall and winter, pairing something like an Empire Victor or any vanilla with your rose is just going to add this kind of creamy, powdery aspect that makes it super luscious. Still gives you a floral if you're a rose fan, but kind of takes it to another level. You could actually use this with an orange blossom fragrance. So Elie Sable Parfum, if you mixed this in with it, it would smell divine. Like, it would smell like orange blossom cake, like orange blossom lemon cupcakes. Like, it would be amazing. So I'm going to read you the notes for this one as well. There's lemon and bergamot in the opening. In the heart, there's caramel and jasmine, and the base has vanilla and musk. I don't get much musk. What I get is just lemon, vanilla. The lemon comes out quite strong to begin with, but this has no smokiness, so it's not like Lyra to me. I think I thought it was like Lyra, or just like a lemon vanilla, derivative, but this is definitely, it's more cupcake with a lemon icing or a lemon curd mixed in, but not quite as tart as a lemon curd. So it's like a really sweet lemon. I love this. This one's powdery. It's vanilla. I don't get any muskiness. I don't get any jasmine or floral. It's just like the caramel vanilla vibe, almost like a Bianco latte with lemon drizzle. So instead of caramel drizzle, you get lemon drizzle on your cupcake. It's so delicious. Like, it's mouth-watering. I love pairing this, like I said, with any rose fragrances, but I love wearing this on its own as well. And it does project for a while, but to me, this fragrance does sit a little closer to the skin. But if you want your skin to smell like cupcakes and lemon icing, which I evidently want that all the time, this is the fragrance to reach for. Like, so delicious, so delicious. Like, this as a combo, amazing. This as a combo, amazing. Like, you can do anything with it. Like, all of these fragrances are mixes and matches. I am obsessed with them, as you can see. So what about you? What are you interested in right now? What can't you get enough of? Leave it in the comments. If you've tried any of these fragrances, please weigh in and let me know what you think. And other than that, have an amazing week. We'll talk to you soon.